Does the Spreadco platform work for news trading, or is it best to use for calmer periods? We sometimes hear clients complaining that dealing platforms can become unstable during global news announcements.
Well, they can. I mean, like anything, just as we sort of heard with recently with the rush for people to get registered for the European referendum, the computers went down and people were struggling to actually get registered, and it's just the same. It's sort of, you know, when it comes up to January when people are trying to register their tax returns. At busy times, there are problems, but I think, you know, what we do pride ourselves on is that, you know, the system is robust, the platform is robust, reliable, and you know, so, you know, that's something we're always working on as well.
Do you see any differences in trading when the stakes are raised? How do experienced traders behave in such situations vis-a-vis speculative traders?
Yeah, I mean, there's two aspects to this, really. If we think about sort of stakes being raised, when we think about times when we're approaching times when sort of the volatility is coming into the market, or potential volatility is coming into the market. So let's say ahead of FOMC meetings, when the prospect of a US rate hike, something like that, non-farm payroll data, a UK referendum, the US presidential election. So, you know, in those times, the underlying market can become very volatile, and we can see liquidity sort of disappear. And what that means is that if liquidity is disappearing, that means some of the bigger players are actually withdrawing, they're cutting down on how much they're prepared to risk, how much they're going to leave on the table until the event is until we've got a result from the event. Now, some of those, I mean, you're going to have sort of hedge funds who are going to make calculations about how something is going to turn out. But there are, I mean, coming up to the UK referendum, for instance, I mean, a very, very tricky situation where you never got a clear, or rather you got the two sides, Leave and Remain, jostling for sort of who was leading the other in the polls. And we saw some very, very big swings in sterling, sterling against the US dollar as a result of that. And that was really, as I say, a question of sort of people backing away, liquidity draining from the market, and then it didn't take very much. It only took small orders to really move the market quite dramatically. And that, I guess, is a difference between experienced and speculative traders. Speculative traders might be unaware of this factor and leave in orders over these times and perhaps get hit. And it might have been profitable, it might not have been, but their orders might have been hit when that liquidity just wasn't there.